Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been swept off your feet? Have you ever been so intoxicated by someone's devotion that it seemed almost too wonderful to be true? What if I told you that sometimes it is too wonderful to be true? Tonight, we journey into the shadowy halls of manipulation, where love is not love but a masterfully designed illusion. A weapon used by those who aim to dominate, ensnare, and consume. This is the realm of love bombing. Love bombing is the planned technique of overpowering someone with extravagant gestures, tenderness, and praise, an enticing torrent of attention aimed to foster emotional dependence. It is not romance. It is not dedication. It is a trap devised by individuals who do not desire love but control. And once you enter into its embrace, it becomes a prison of uncertainty, sorrow, and self-doubt, tightening around you like a noose. The anatomy of a love bomb. Imagine this. You meet someone new and suddenly your world is alight with passion. They email you regularly, lavish you with praises, and make you feel like the center of their world. They talk of fate, of destiny, of how you are unlike anybody they have ever met before. Your heart races. You feel recognized, appreciated, and treasured in a manner that seems almost strange. And it is precisely what they want. In the beginning, love bombers offer an appearance of perfect harmony. They are attentive, giving, and apparently unselfish. They listen closely, echoing your wants, developing themselves into your perfect spouse. Feels like the fairy tale you've always dreamt about. But fairy tales are just that, fiction. You are now inside their game, an unsuspecting pawn in a vast deception aimed to make you give your emotions, your trust, and eventually your identity. The purpose is not love but control. And after you are sufficiently enthralled, the actual nature of the love bomber starts to emerge. The hidden agenda. What lies underneath this seductive attention? Control. Power. The urge to possess another person, to make them reliant, to render them weak. Love bombers do not love, they devour. The minute they perceive their grasp tightening around your emotions, the moment they feel you falling into the character of the dedicated spouse, the game starts to alter. They retreat. The continuous messages become scattered. The adulation evolves into criticism. The warmth you once basked in now seems chilly, remote. You, who formerly felt so safe in their admiration, begin to doubt yourself. What did I do wrong? Why are they pulling away? Panic sets in. You strive harder, bending yourself to match their changing expectations, seeking to recapture the affection they previously showered upon you. But the love was never true. It was bait. And now the true conditioning starts. The cycle of manipulation. Love bombing is not a single act. It is a cycle. After the withdrawal comes the intermittent reinforcement, a warped sort of psychological training. Just when you feel like you're losing them, they return with a wave of devotion. A sincere apology. A great gesture. Hope is reignited and you believe, oh, how fervently you believe, that things will return to the way they were. But they never do. The connection becomes an unexpected labyrinth of highs and lows, a roller coaster meant to make you emotionally reliant. Every episode of neglect or brutality is balanced by spontaneous spurts of love, producing a profound psychological tie. You are imprisoned, yearning for their acceptance, sure that if you only love them enough, they will revert to the person they once claimed to be. Each cycle nibbles away at your sense of self. You grow more involved, more hooked to the unexpected highs and lows. Love bombers are brilliant at exploiting one basic human weakness: the yearning for affirmation. They make you need their praise, their adoration, as if your entire life depended on it. The puppeteer strings. So why do people fall for it? Because love bombing preys on our innermost wants. The urge to be liked, to feel exceptional, to faith in something bigger than ourselves. The love bomber develops a fantasy so compelling that even as the facade starts to fracture, the victim clings to it, refusing to recognize that the dream was a lie. This is not just trickery. This is psychological warfare. Victims of love bombing typically suffer from cognitive dissonance, the mind's frantic effort to reconcile two contradicting realities: the intoxicating love they were given and the mental pain they now face. The result? A condition of perplexity, self-doubt, and an intense dread of abandonment. The mind avoids admitting the deceit, since doing so would imply realizing that the love was never genuine, and it is a fact too difficult to endure. The final stage: collapse. Eventually, love bombers become bored. The game loses its pleasure. The control is no longer adequate, and so they discard their victim, coldly, cruelly, without remorse. For the sufferer, it feels like being tossed out of paradise. They are left with damaged self-esteem, plagued by recollections of a love that never actually existed. The emotional withdrawal is analogous to an addiction. The absence of the manipulator creates a gap so terrible that some would prefer seek the abuser than confront the emptiness. And yet, even at their worst times, victims still question themselves. Was any of it real? Escaping the trap. So, how can we defend ourselves against this dangerous illusion? First, recognize that genuine love is constant, not a tidal surge. Love should never feel like a euphoric high followed by crushing sadness. Healthy relationships are founded on stability, not extremes. Second, trust deeds, not words. Anyone can say, "You're my soulmate," but do they respect your boundaries? Do they listen when you say no? Do they allow the relationship to evolve gradually, without rush or pressure? Third, pay attention to how you feel. Love bombing is supposed to seem overpowering. If a relationship is developing too quickly, if you feel pushed to commit before you're ready, walk aside. The proper individual will never make you feel hurried. Fourth, learn to spot manipulative methods. Love bombers thrive on emotional upheaval. If someone fluctuates between overwhelming love and unexpected disengagement, be wary. If you continuously feel confused, nervous, or needy for their attention, it is not love. It is control. And last, remember this: real love is not a game. It does not strive to control, to manipulate, to break. Love bombing is not affection. It is a psychological trap. And the only way to escape it is to perceive it for what it actually is. A mirage shimmering in the desert, promising an oasis that does not exist. So open your eyes. Look beyond the illusion. Because the greatest power you have, the one thing the love bomber fears the most, is the capacity to walk away. Thank you.